Hi friends, and welcome to session 3 in the Christmas in July craft along. My name is Jennifer with One Crafty Sister, and I am so excited that you're here for another edition of this fun craft along featuring 12 awesome projects in a collaboration with 5 of my very talented and crafty friends. We have each designed 2 of the 12 projects that I've been demonstrating and will continue to demonstrate for 3 more sessions after this, all featuring the Pretty Poinsettia and Festive Cheer bundles. So let's drop the camera down and just get a peek again at these bundles, and we will start crafting. Okay, so here is the Pretty Poinsettia bundle. Has these fun sentiment stamps, as well as some floral pieces and this really neat kind of grid stamp that we'll see on a project in a couple of days, not tonight. And it is full of these beautiful poinsettia dies, which coordinate or which work with, however you want to say it, our impression pad to create beautifully detailed and deep embossing when you cut these out on your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Also, we're using the Festive Cheer bundle, which is a fun, graphic, just cheerful stamp set that has some coordinating ornament dies, this pine bough, and this fun Noel. We've used some of these already. We'll continue using them. And so tonight we'll be making 2 projects, but I just want to show you here this full PDF full of all these amazing projects, measurements, material list, step-by-step diagrams. Everything is included in here. If you were not able to purchase the full craft along kit in time, you can still get the PDF with all 12 projects. There's 2 ways that you can get that. Number 1 is you can place a $50 order in my online store, and that information is in the video description, or you can purchase the PDF alone for $25. That link is also in the video description. Okay, so we are going to start out tonight with a really fun gift bag box. Okay, so I'm going to get some paper out and we are going to start our crafting. So I'm taking my paper out of the craft along packet. We are going to need some Secret C cardstock. So let's see, I think I might need 2 pieces out. We'll see. I might only need 1. And then we're also going to use this. Oh my goodness, look at the sparkles. This is the, what is this called? Shimmering Stripes specialty paper. Look at that. And we're gonna cut some poinsettia pieces out of that. And then we're also going to use our Gingham Gallery Designer Series paper. And we are gonna pull out some of this beautiful Barely Blush pattern. I think that's the one we're using. Let me just check and make sure. Oh, I have a cat going crazy. I think that's the piece we're going to use. So pretty. It's so pale, but so pretty. I do have a little cat with the zoomies in here today, but that is normal. So if you've never watched my videos before, I have 2 cats, one named Clover, one named Maple, and they are super adorable, and they do like to sometimes jump up here and say hi when I'm filming, mainly because they like all the lights. It's nice and cozy and warm for them, and so they like to come over and say hi, and if I would let them, they would sit right here. Okay, so we are going to start by cutting our Secret C cardstock. The first piece is going to be 4 1/4 by 11. So just kind of like the standard card base, but we're going to score it differently. This is going to be scored at 5 and 6. Guess you can't see that. Let's turn that around. So that's at 5 and at 6. And then I also need a piece, which I don't think I can get out of that one. Nope, I need a piece that is 5 1/4, 4 1/2, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the rest of my paper. We need 2 pieces of this gingham gallery. Let's see, we need 2 pieces of 4" by 4 3/4. Okay, so we have that. We do need, let's see, a scrap of peaceful pine, which I have some here. I'm collecting all my pieces and parts from trimming down all the paper as we go. And then I also need from my little die bag, where did I set my little die bag? Did I stick it back down in there? Let's see. It might be stuck down in there. It is not. Oh, there it is. I stuck it down in the cute little Christmas bag. We have a circle punch, 2 3/8. So that should be it. Yep. That is our 2 3/8 circle punch. Okay, now let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we've cut and scored our secret C. So we're going to take and just fold this. Okay, this is going to create our bag structure. Okay, and then we do need to score on this piece. We are going to score at 3/4 inch. Just look at my diagram. Yes, 3/4 inch. On each of these long sides. And then I'm going to score at 2 1/4, and then again at 3. And with this, as you can see, so we've got the score lines, we are going to create a box. So I'm going to trim up on these tabs, and I am going to just miter these. And then do the same thing on the other side. I think making custom bags and boxes is so fun. It's actually one of my favorite things to make. So when we were designing this tutorial or these projects for this, I did make a box. So if you didn't see session 1, you'll want to go back and check out this poinsettia box that has a fun slide. And we're sticking all of our cards in here, and then you can just slide that back in. And so it was fun to see. I had made a box, and my friend Rhonda, actually that's whose projects these are this day. This is my friend Ronda Wade's projects. And I was excited to see that she made a bag. So it's kind of like a box bag though. So as you can see, this is going to make just this little box, open top box, which is going to go inside here to create our bag. We do want to put some adhesive on here. Just I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on these two tabs. Oh, I need a little bit more than that. I'm going to hold those for just a second, and then we're going to add adhesive to these two flaps and secure those to close our little box. Oops. Making a little bit of a mess here. These girls are in a silly mood tonight. I am a nighttime crafter, so I am filming this video. All of these videos I have filmed at night because that's when I like to be in my craft room, and craft is at night. Okay, so I've made that box, and this is going to be secured down into the center of this little bag. Let's see. Just checking. Okay, so I am going to add adhesive to the bottom, and I'm going to adhere it right in the center here. Okay. All right. Now I am going to add our designer series paper on each side here. I need to replace my trimmer blade, I'm noticing. I love this Barely blush with this Secrecy or even Night of Navy. It's just such a pretty color combo. Oh, I didn't let it sit there long enough, did I? Let's go ahead and give it a nice good push. You can use either side of this pattern paper. I'm using the larger kind of buffalo check side of it. Okay. We have a sentiment to stamp on here, which is maybe one of my favorite sentiments in the Pretty Poinsettia set, which is Merry and Bright. It's just so pretty. I love the font. And let's see, we need to cut out some of these pieces with our dies. So let's go ahead and pull out our dies. We need to cut out the Peaceful Pine and with these leaves, and then we are going to cut out all 4 of those. I'm just going to take my snips and cut this down. And then let's see, how much do we need here? Could probably get those 3 there. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring our cut and emboss up to the table. I am not cutting this time with the impression plate. We're just doing it you can see still that pretty detail even without the impression plate. Oops. Okay. I honestly never would have cut this out with the poinsettias. I don't know why. It is so pretty. I love the sparkles because I like anything that sparkles. Watch out, Clover. It's a pretty way to do this flower. Up real quick. We also need a 1/8 inch circle punch. So if you don't have, we have the little trio punches that include this 1/8 inch circle punch, or if you have another 1/8 inch circle punch. I did want to go ahead and get these punched here. We are going to go ahead and punch 2 holes. Let's see. I'm going to line up here as my visual. Okay, just checking my, okay, so I have that, and I'm gonna kind of use that as a guide. I could have done it at the same time, but this way it's only punching through 1 instead of 2, because it does have the designer series paper on it, and that might be too much to punch. But I have those punched. I want to make sure I had those punched before I put this on so I knew exactly where everything was going. Okay, so first I want to take and add our branch here. I'm going to add the branch I'm just going to use some glue dots for this. Let's get my piercing tool out and just uh-oh, got one stuck on my finger. There we go. All right. So this is going to go on there. And I'm going to go ahead and layer these pieces. Let's see, how do I want them? That's the tricky part. How do they go? There's really no like right or wrong way, I don't think. Use my glue dots again to put these together. And last, the glue dots make it pretty easy. I don't like that last one. Here. There we go, I like that better. Well, hello, Clover. And I'm going to add this one, I think with some dimensionals, but I do want to just kind of gently curl this. Since this is a bag, are you checking it out, Clover? You want to give it your sniff of approval? So you want to be really gentle. And just give them a little bit of a curl. Since it's a bag, you can have some of that 3D dimension. Probably should have done this before I put it all together, but that's okay. So pretty. I'm going to add this with a dimensional. And then our sentiment. Probably should put that up a little bit more, huh? We're going to, I do need to pop this up some. Let me move this up a little bit more. I think I need to add my sentiment and then layer everything on there. Put this here. There we go. And then we'll layer this kind of over a little bit like that. Add that there. Look how pretty that is. Now we just have a couple finishing touches. We're going to add some of our Moody palette dots. Those are not mine though. Those are unopened. Here they are. We're going to take some of our Moody palette dots and add them to the center of our flower. And last but not least, we are going to take some ribbon and run our ribbon through this to tie off our gift bag. So let's see, we need let's see here. Through. It's all these little details that make it so special when you are gifting something like this. If I can pull that through, there we go. And now I'm going to pull it back through this side. Clover says, oh, you're playing with ribbon? Let me come help you. Because you see her little paws over here. She loves ribbon. I have to be very careful with her in the craft room because she definitely will eat it. And we don't want her to do that. Okay, so we've got our ribbon fed through and we're now going to tie a bow. Okay. Just going to take and kind of straighten out my ribbon just a little. There we go. And then we have that cute gift bag ready for a little treat or a gift for a friend or family member at Christmas time. So cute. Need to keep my water close. And look at all that sparkle between the ribbon and this poinsettia. So pretty. Okay. Excuse me. Let's reset for project number 2, which is an adorable card. Not sure where that is coming from. Definitely don't need a cold in this house. Okay. We are going to start out with some Barely Blush cardstock. Now, I'm curious to know how many of you like a good non-traditional color Christmas card. I always make a pink Christmas card of some type. So we need some Barely Blush, some basic white, and they stitched in the season designer series paper. So let's pull that out here. We are going to use this cute pattern with the candy canes. We also need, let's see, this cute candy cane embossed layer. Now this is embossed with the it is embossed with the Seasonal Cheer mini embossing folders. It comes with 3 embossing folders. Let me show you those real quick. It comes with, let's see if you can see that. There you go. A little bit better. There are the candy canes. It also comes with these cute fall leaves, so not just Christmas. And then it also has some bats for Halloween. So you have 3 fun patterns that you can use through the seasons, through the fall season. So we're using the candy cane. Scrap of some white, so I'm just checking because we are gonna stamp. I bet I only need something about that big. We'll see. We'll keep those handy. Okay, so let's cut some paper here. Get our trimmer out, and we are gonna cut a piece of Barely Blush cardstock, 5 1/2. by 4 1/4. And then we need a 5 1/2 by 3. And this piece is going to be scored at 1/2 inch. Okay, so we have that. We need another piece of basic white. I think that's the right one, right? Oh, at 2 3/4. By 5. All right. And then, oh, we need a label out of our die cut folder. Now I have 2 different ones that I'm not sure which one I'm going to use because I did not have the one that Rhonda used on her sample. So I have these 2 that we're going to check out and see which one I like the best. So we'll see. And if you got the craft along kit, you got both of these in your kit. And we need a piece of the DSP that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some stamping and die cutting so that we can cut out our pieces. So we do need to stamp an ornament. So let's see. It will fit. Oh, it's a little not big enough. We'll just stamp on here. So I am going to stamp, oops, being a little noisy, one of our ornaments in real red. Such a cute ornament. And then I think that's the only one I need to die cut, right? Yep. But we are going to stamp on this piece with some real red. We are going to start out with this cute ornament. Like so. We're going to stamp the little ornament line. Oh, I need the little bow stamp. I did not have this cute little bow out. Let's get that one. Just add it on here. Oh, look how cute that is. Next, we're going to take our Barely Blush and we are going to stamp the inside of the ornament. Now, I feel like I want to stamp this off. Let me just see on this paper what it looks like. Once, twice. Oh no. Twice, you can't even see it. Oops, I just stamped that in the wrong color. Nothing like red ink to stain all your stamps, but that's okay. They still work. Oh, so cute. Look at that. I used to not like pink and red together as a color combo, but I do now. I do now. Fa la 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 la. Look how cute that is. Okay, that is all of our stamping. So let's go ahead and put those away. Oh, I got one more thing I have to stamp. Sending cheer. This is going to go on the ornament on the front, but I don't know exactly which one of these I'm going to use until I get the front of the card laid out. Okay, so let me see how this little booger goes together, because this is a little fun fold, or a different fold, and I want to make sure. Okay, so we are going to take this piece where we have that 1/2 inch mark, and we are going to glue this down onto the front of the card. This is not the right measurement. Let me see what I did. 5.5 by 3. I think it needs to be bigger. I feel like it needs to be okay. I'm trying something. I feel like it needs to be 6 by 3 with 1/2 of an inch. Otherwise, it's not long enough. That's what we want. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. The interesting part is, I think, as much as I think it's wrong, no, that is definitely not right. Neither one of them feels right. Just looking. Okay, hold on. Well, this has got to go on here. So we are going to do that, but then I feel like this needs to be a little bit bigger. I am doing this for the first time on film, so okay. I am going to glue this here. I may have to cut another piece of white for this to be right. Okay. So the idea is that this is the card flap here, and the designer series paper goes on the inside. So, okay, see how cute that is. This, I think, needs to be 1/4 of an inch longer, so 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut another piece and emboss it real quick. Always have another piece of white laying around. ahead and put that in there. Underneath there, Jennifer. I couldn't find my top plate because it was underneath the base plate. That was a quick fix. Okay, so this, yes, that fits. Goes here. Okay, now that we have that, let's see which label. I have two labels to use. I think it's going to be this one because I think this one is just a little too big. Unless I layered them, that's kind of fun, layered. But the sentiment is only so big, so I think I'm going to do it on this. So let's pull this out. Kind of hard to see through this. This is a block that was stamped as a gift. It was laser etched. So if you can see, it has my name on it. Look at that fun stamp. We do need to die cut out this sweet ornament. That is what we need. Oops. Die on the run. Luckily, if you do not have one of these gadgets, potentially from your husband's garage, your partner's garage, your wife's garage, whatever, go to the auto parts store and get one of these extendable telescopic magnets so that you can pick things up when you drop them off the floor. They're so handy, and if they go somewhere that you can't quite reach, it's real easy to use that telescoping handle to go get what you lost. Okay. Take just a little piece of tape here. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm missing one ornament because I couldn't see it. I think my eyes are getting old. Let's do this real quick. We are going to stamp one more ornament. With the Barely Blush. I'll do it this way. Let's pull that Barely Blush out real quick and stamp that. This will take just a second. So we've got I think I need to stamp this one first. And we'll take and cut that one out now. Okay. Now that I look at the picture, I'm like, how did I miss that? Cute ornament. Okay, so we're gonna take our red ribbon. We're gonna tie it around and give it a cute bow. And I'm doing this first because it's gonna help me place the other pieces. This is going to be added with some dimensionals. But before I put that on there, I just want to see where I'm going to add my little ornaments. And these are going to be added with dimensionals. Hello, Clover. You cannot block me. This is not where you can get comfortable as much as you want to. I'm sorry, baby girl, but you gotta go. You gotta go. Go, 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 go. You can't be here. I know. No. She says, whatever. Let me sit down here. Watch me, she says. Okay. Look how cute. And then this. I need to slide this up just a little bit. This ornament is, or this sentiment die is a little bit big compared to what was used on the original card. So we got to slide everything up just a hair. Okay. And now we'll add that. So cute. And last but not least, we need some gems. We're going to add there's my little buttons here. There's my buttons. We need a button to go right in the center here. Miss Clover, come here, baby girl. I know. Can you please go up there to your bed? Okay, she's got a bed up there. She should be fine up there. She's like, that's not where I want to be, though. This is going to go right in the middle of our ornament. So you might not think of using the ornament this way, but we've got, or the button this way, but we put it in the middle of our ornament, and then we're going to add one of our gems right in the middle, and it covers up the buttonholes. Look how cute that is. And then we'll add those there. Now on the inside, we're going to add this cute piece. And then because these are nice and flat little gems, we're going to take and add one right in the center of our little ornament. Come on, go where you want you to go. There we go. So there is the inside. Let me control this bow. I was being a little too crazy there. And if you ever have a bow that you're like, I just want to make it stay in a certain place, just take a glue dot, pick it up with your piercing tool or the tip of your scissors and just put a glue dot right underneath it, stick it down, and now my bow is right where I want it. And there is our cute sending cheer card. And here is our merry and bright bag. So cute. And I'm going to go ahead and add the card to the box. So as I keep going, I'll keep adding those to the box and just keep making my fun collection of Christmas in July projects piling up. I love it. Look at this. There's 3 cards in here. There's the one, oops, we did tonight, which my ornament, there we go. This was our quilted card from the night before, and here was our ornament. So we're just going to take and add these in our box and set it aside and keep filling it up as we go. I hope you enjoyed session 3 of our Christmas in July craft along. Clover says, she says, come in, we are awesome. So we hope you enjoyed this and that you'll look for video 4 tomorrow with 2 more awesome projects. Just as a reminder, you can get the 12 project PDF tutorial for free with a $50 order in my Stampin' Up store. That's before tax and shipping and after any Stampin' rewards are redeemed. And then you can also just order the tutorial for $25, and both of those links are in the video description. So have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.